Hello, aloha, all my Facebook friends, cool people around the world. I'm going to keep an eye here for a minute and see how many people join us. Had an interesting feeling before I started this one, so I just want to check and see if my intuition was right. Intuition's never in error. I wanted to see if I was tapping into my intuition optimally. So let's just see. Got 9 people on from the start. Aloha, aloha, aloha. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hi, Leanne, Christy, Karen. Hey there. 12 people on. Okay. Well, it looks like there might be enough people for me to actually do this. So as you're coming on, numbers are climbing slowly. As you're coming on, if you want to say hello, give me a howdy, aloha, type in the comment. Hey, over in Australia. Hello from New York. Hey, Christy in Alabama. Dallas. Aloha. Hope I said that right. I trust I was close. Hi, V. Long time no see there, huh? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Facebook user, there's somebody in my group right there, and this app doesn't show who you are. So if you want to interact with me, if you click the little thing that says give the app permission, that'll be awesome if you want to. Hi, Kathy. Aloha, welcome. 18 people. So this is probably a strange time for a Facebook Live. 4 o'clock in Hawaii, 7 o'clock. Hi, Mary. Good to see you over there on YouTube. Hey, Linda. So 4 o'clock in Hawaii, 7 o'clock Pacific, probably a lot of people having dinner, and 10 o'clock Eastern, not to mention what's happening overseas for the time of this. I had set this live stream for 11 o'clock this morning Hawaii time, so 5 hours earlier, and I didn't hit the thing that would make it go out and give notification. And so being short notice, and being that I'm doing this at a very, very awkward time of day for so many different time zones, I'm not surprised I only have 23 people on. But guess what? You 23 are actually really here, aren't you? Hey, Rex in New Zealand. Hey, Leanne in Aussie land. All right. So do you feel like you that are with me? Oh, that was Mary on YouTube. Do you feel like you that are with me right now, do you feel like this is enough people for me to do this live, or should I put it off and maybe do this tomorrow or Monday? What do you think? Let me see. Because I can totally, this is important. This is huge. This is important. This is going to potentially be one of the deepest. Hey, Gerald, good to see you, buddy. Hi, Hope. This is going to potentially be one of the deepest, trippiest, most inexplicable, potentially magicalist live streams that I have ever done. I'm not kidding. Not that you thought I was kidding, but I'm telling you, I am not kidding. I'm so not kidding, it ain't even funny. All right. A couple of you are insisting that I do this. Darn it. Darn. All right. We're going to see how it goes, all right? I might do this. Still undecided. Quality, not quantity. That's true. Oh, look at Christy trying to boss me around. Been waiting for this all morning, but dang it. All right. At least Leanne says I can do me. I can do it if I want to. I tell you what, I'm going to go ahead and go for it. And I got inspired a couple days ago. And this topic, I didn't even come up with the topic. The topic came up for me. And I've had some sessions that I've done with some people. I do one-on-one sessions where I help people to look at whatever their issues are from a deeper perspective than they ever have. And in those sessions, some of the themes that come up to be talked about, man. Hi, Erica. And one of the themes that's there all the time. Hi, David. Good to see you, buddy. One of the themes that's always there, when I say it, everybody knows the battle between darkness and light. And I've had conversations even recently with some of the most brilliant, aware people. Maybe you can even tell. I'm just coming at you right now from a different angle, from a different place, energetically and everything else on this topic. The battle between darkness and light. Ancient religious idea that virtually every spiritual person is still under the delusion of. What the hell's up with that? So these people I know, who I love, friends of mine, people I respect and admire, still completely full of shit on this one. And more important, I say that with love, with joking and smiling. More than that, totally trapped by the beliefs and the knowings. So let's be honest. And some of you might aim to be honest, but you might not be honest and not even know it. Do you feel like you're still under the delusion at all of the idea that light and darkness are battling and it's heating up and light's going to win? Let's be honest. Let's see what comes in through the comments. Because I'm telling you up front that it's basically universal. The wisest people I know, the smartest people I know, the most spiritually awake people that I know, still talking about the battle between dark and light. And this belief is the cause of war. Okay. So Leanne says, of course, it's a centuries old theme. It might be a hell of a lot older than that. And it might also just be right now. The things that arise from it, the wars, all war. There's no way you could ever have a war without a belief in a war. And nobody would ever go to war if they didn't think they were right. And militaries around the world. What do I mean by darkness? Exactly. Nobody even knows what they believe darkness is. Philemon, you and I have communicated before, and I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Philemon, I'm sorry. It is what it is. You matter. Our names don't matter. You can call me Bruin if you want. I don't care. Mary said, I'm totally open to letting that shit go. I don't know that I'm able, or that I would even want to, if I am able, to speak about this topic the way I speak, kind of logically and in categories about a lot of other things that I'm able to underline and highlight and show the falsehood. This thing you kind of got to feel. And so I'm going to use some anecdotes, some stories, some examples. Today I had a session with a lady. Hi, Kim. Today I had a session with a lady who, beautiful, brilliant, amazing being, been working on herself for decades. 50 years. Lots of self-help, lots of personal and professional development. Hey, Crystal, love you, girl. And this was my second session today with this lady, and she was at war to protect her identity. And her identity was absolutely certain, beyond the shadow of a doubt, that if she released her victimhood, that she was going to die. Battle of darkness and light. But do you know what light is? Do you know what light is? Hi, April. Do you know what light is? Can you describe it? Can you explain it? Can you define it? How about much less? Can you define darkness? There's a book that I stumbled onto a few years ago called Plastic Words. And I don't recommend that you read it, but you can if you want to. I can just give you like the basic oversimplification. There's something called nominalizations, a nominalization. I'm going to talk a little bit and then I'm going to focus on helping. Maybe some of the talking can help. A nominalization is a word that doesn't point to a thing, it points to other words and ideas. So, like if I said to you, "Excuse me, Erica, would you please go to the right corner and get the red ball and bring it back to me?" If you were willing, you did that thing for me, sure. So, with the right corner, there's the corner. It's the one to the right. We agree on all these things. And there's the corner right there. Now I'm going to go to it and I'm going to get, you said the red ball, not the blue triangle, the red ball. I'm going to pick up the red ball and I'm going to, you said, do what with? Oh, bring it back to you. And I know what you is. I know what ball is. I know what corner is. I know, right. Okay. But then there's words like development. Development. Linda says she loves to hear me speak. I must love to hear me speak because I fucking talk all the time. There's a word development, and it's been taken and twisted. So it can mean like something, okay, here's a flower and it was a seed and now it's got a stalk and now it's a sprout and now it's plant and now it's flowering and now there's the flower. Okay. And there's the development of it. And some people took that word and they governmentally raped it. And now you look at a piece of land, a piece of nature, flawless, perfect, beautiful, radiant, luxurious, beautiful. Rain and dirt and plants and animals in harmony. And the human mind looks at it and says, it's undeveloped. That land is undeveloped resource. The fuck? It looks developed to me. What are you smoking? Or what are you not smoking enough of? I don't know. Developed? Undeveloped? That shit's been developing forever. It's perfectly, flawlessly awesome. So that word development is an example of a plastic word. Progress would be another one. Progress. We're making progress. I'm a progressive. In other words, I'm moving somewhere. I have no fucking idea where I'm moving or why, but I'm making progress. What? We are progressives. Sound like you're sleepwalking. To me, I don't know. I mean, I've done a lot of sleepwalking. I probably still am and don't even know it. So I'm not faulting anybody, but are you serious? What about having a direction when you start talking about progress? Did you look at where you're going? Because there's a saying I'm very partial of. It says, if you don't change direction, you might end up where you're going. Have you looked at where that shit's going? Leads to another word. Now, don't worry. I'm actually still focused on the battle of light and dark. Transformation. Transformation. What a word. Transformation. I'm all for transformation. Really? You sure? Because that word has no filter and no direction. And the dumbest joke that I've ever made is I could cut my dick off and have it surgically attached to my forehead, and that would be a transformation. Look, I have transformed into a literal dickhead. But that's transformation. Everybody's raving about transformation. What about assigning a direction to your transformation so you're transforming in the way that you would like to go? How about looking at your progress? Am I progressing in a way that I desire to progress? I was waiting for at least one LOL when I did the dickhead thing. Come on. I know it's not that funny, but it's not really meant to be. It's meant to make a point. It's a little funny, but But anyway, it's not meant to be funny. It's just might be a little bit funny to some. I wonder about your sense of humor on other things if you find that funny. But I made my point, right? Transformation, development, progress. One of the things that our minds are not aware of because our educational system has programmed us to be incapable of actual thought. They've programmed us so full of facts that thoughts run endlessly, and we think that's thinking. When we invent a word and it gets drilled into our consciousness, who said that was a word? Who said that that word was a thing? Who said that that thing that they just wrapped a word around is a thing? Love you, Kenneth. Good to see you, buddy. I'm glad you dig it, Karen. When I'm ranting like this and I haven't made a point, but every word I'm saying is the point, I appreciate someone enjoying it. That way I'm not just talking alone in the closet like I do most of the time. Hi, Peter. So, I'm going to go down. Some would call this conspiracy. I'm only going to probably touch one or two of those today, but I'm just going to say this. When it's openly stated and publicly available, it ain't conspiracy theory when you talk about it, okay? It ain't conspiracy when you're talking about something that's publicly availably provable and beyond denial. And one of the things, one of the past heads of the CIA is noted for publicly saying this, and it's written all over the place. It's just all over the web. For those who they don't even try to hide it. He said, "We'll know that our disinformation campaign is a success when everything that Americans believe is false." Now, one of the things in my work, and oh boy, here we go. I hear every week somebody comes to me and says, "Oh, Brian, I saw your work. I do the same thing you do. I've been looking for 40 years for someone who does what I do." I'm not bragging. I'm not proud. Although I have nothing against, I have nothing against bragging, because I don't believe the people who said bragging was bad. I didn't buy that shit when everybody else did. David said, "What? Say that again." I think that what you're saying for me to say again, it's publicly available information that one of the heads of the CIA, relating to Project Mockingbird, the biggest disinformation campaign, we will know that our disinformation campaign is complete when everything that every American believes is false. All right, now back to me, because it's all about me, right? This is the Brian Show. I'm talking about me. Me. I hope you hear me talking about me. Can you hear me as I'm talking about me? People come to me, "Oh, I do what you do. I do what you do." And then other people will come to me and say, "Brian, I know someone who does the same thing you do." And then I always look really close, and it's not even close. It's not even close. I'm not better than anybody else. We're all infinitely one. I can't be better than anybody else. And I haven't seen anybody who does what I do. And one of the things that I'm actually doing is I'm undoing every spell simultaneously with a focus on the ones that people come to me asking for help about. I'm dispelling everything. And at the root of 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 the root is the idea that we're in a physical universe. And almost everything that we believe, everything that's taught in school, Everything that's taught in 99% of the churches, everything that's taught by the medical establishment, everything taught in the military, all of it bases on the fundamental presumption that we're in a physical universe when we're fucking not in a physical universe. And look at this. Linda said, who decides who is right? I'm going to do you another one. Who decides who is right that there's a fucking who here? Are you sure? The English language itself, I have great evidence revealing and showing me that the English language was designed by the ruling class long ago to prevent us from being able to speak subtle truth. We can only speak within the language that we're given. So I'm always bending and twisting this shit and looking at, wait, what the fuck is that word right there? Progress? Progressive? What? And when you create a word, when you wrap reality up in a word, you got to deal with that word in you. Oh, look at all the wows that just came in. Holy shit. So when you make up a word, all right, there was a word that was going around for a while of like a scary, like it was a boogeyman word, but the hell, let's use boogeyman. You're a little kid, right? The adults around you, sleepwalking fucktards, all of them programmed by the same machine that we were programmed by. And these sleepwalking fucktards said boogeyman as we were, walking down the street. We're taking a hike. We're camping. We're outside. We're sitting in the living room. Someone's talking about the boogeyman. And this child goes, what the fuck is that? And now catapulted into the center of your entire paradigm of everything that is boogeyman. What the fuck is that? Did you ever stop for a minute and think about how that affected you for the rest of your life? Someone says boogeyman. I know what you're talking about. Haven't seen him yet. Hope I don't. Have you? But he's out there. And nowhere more, maybe, than the word darkness. The word, just the sound of it brings fear. I bet there's boogeymen in the darkness, preventing our progress. I'm scared already. How about you? Darkness. Thank God for the Lord, because the Lord is going to quish all that darkness. The day will come when light will win. Okay. Are you sure? I just want to check in. I had a whole bunch of wows and holy shits a couple minutes ago. I'm just checking. How y'all doing right now with where I'm at? What's going on for you? What are you thinking? What are you feeling right now? My comments are lagging here. So I'm going to check in and see where we're at before I continue or wrap this up. Just listening. Got 46 people on it and about 4 or 5 people commenting. Leanne says, isn't it highly dependent on our perspective? Honey, it's infinitely dependent on our perspective. Okay. Entertained. I'm doing my part. I don't actually know anything about anything. I just come on here and yap, and because I'm slightly, potentially funny to myself at least. What the heck do we do with this info? Well, that's going to get more evident as we go. Okay, so someone that I know and love a couple days ago was talking to me about what's happening in the world right now. The cabal is going down. The alliance is going to win. Let me tell you, when the battle heats up, the dark forces, they always get more vicious. They always fight harder. They always, as the light rises, the dark gets more desperate, and it cranks up louder and harder and higher. But ultimately, light wins. And I said, wow, that'd be very encouraging if I believed that there was a battle between light and dark. What are my thoughts on the current state of media, information streams, and how they shape our reality? Amanda, I love the question, and I would quote have to rather, if you know what I mean, speak from multiple different angles, multiple different levels. Like at one level, the current state of media, information streams, and how they shape our reality, we're all utterly, totally, and completely fucked by some evil, nasty, dark motherfuckers who are, it's not a racial statement. They're dark, they're evil. And they're fucking us up, and they're fucking everything up, and they've totally hijacked all information so that we're all fucked, and we can only just be terrified and lost and hopeless. And they're throwing all kind of evil out there, and they're lying to us about everything, and they're totally controlling us with fear through all the media. On another level, I say, I'm the source of all that is, so therefore every piece of media that I see is arising from me, reminding me of something I believe, and there's a couple hundred other levels that I could speak on in between those two. I had an experience today. I saw a short video of a preacher yelling at COVID-19 to go. His eyes scared me. My stomach twisted up. Wow, what the hell was that? That was your religious past showing up in the voice of a preacher. And your heart knew that was not how it works. When you say we live in a mental realm, I'm not sure that. I would say we live in all realms simultaneously, and our programming has gotten quite a bit of us completely stuck in the mental realm. That would be, just from where I sit, that would be more of an accurate statement. Not saying it's true. So let's do this for a moment. Let's just everyone think about, and I keep thinking that I should bring up one. Like I'm not going to do it this time either. I thought, once again, I'm talking about the yin yang symbol, but let's just use the yin yang symbol for a moment. Okay, so imagine the circle, right? And there's the outer circle pointing to all, and then within it there's the two fish. There's, hi, Leslie, aloha. Well, I'm speaking my truth as best I can. And Brooke, if you see all those realms, you are fucking crazy. But that's only because we believe in sane and crazy, just like we believe in light and dark. So I'm going to continue. So here's the yin yang symbol. And if you look at it, just imagine it in your mind's eye. There's the black side and there's the white side. And it's one way of looking at the universe, painting a dichotomy of two, masculine, feminine, good, bad, right, wrong. Wait, most of that is just judgment. Wait, all of that's just judgment. Okay, so it's just black and white, not good or bad or right or wrong. Okay, so there's black and white. All right. Now, if you start at the skinny here of the black and you go into it, okay, I'm going to the black because I'm going to get away from the white. The white is evil. I'm going to get away from the white. I'm going into the black, going into the black. Oh, look, more and more black, more and more black. Oh, fuck. Right there where the biggest part of the black, there's white right in the middle of it. Shit, I can't get away from it. All right, maybe the black's the evil. I'm going to run towards the white. So now I'm going towards the white, and I'm at the skinny part of the white, and I'm going this wider and wider and wider, and I finally get to where everything's going to be perfectly white, and there's only going to be white right in the middle of it. There's fucking black. Holy shit. There's no escape. Who said that escape was the thing, and who said there was anything to escape from? you could just look past the whole symbol and see the one. You got that right. But Republican, Democrat, the whole idea of politics is the symbol, the Taoist symbol laid in front of us, but it doesn't have a whole. It doesn't have the whole. It's just the two halves, and we are supposed to pick one of these two poles. But how are you going to be acknowledging your oneness and your perfection when you're battling for your pole? Politics, which creates police, forces you to try to be right being polite. You need the police to enforce it. So what quantum physics is beginning to notice today and speaking and revealing is that what we call light emerges out of something that we don't have any fucking clue what it is. And to call it darkness brings into play everything we ever learned and got programmed about darkness. Does the light actually shine out of the darkness? Or might that non-thing of space, maybe there is no duality. Maybe the light is shining from some indefinable thing that we call space. We didn't think it was anything. Now we're finding out that that so-called space is the source of the light. So therefore it's one with the light. There's no two. There's no separation. Light's the visible manifestation arising from that which makes manifestation possible. The source creates the universe, and they're not two. They're not separate. Where in the yin yang is the neutral? It isn't. The neutral is beyond the yin yang. It transcends. It includes the seeming both in the one, and then, oh, there isn't two. So what if we would calm down? Quit fighting against anything. Quit fearing anything. You can't change anything you're fighting against. You can't understand anything you're fighting against. You can't admit your oneness with anything you're fighting against. Be a worthy question. What have I been fighting against? What have I been thinking we should abolish? And I can already feel I'm moving towards a close here with this. Every once in a while, I see one of those Facebook things that says, if you know, there's these conversation starters, and it says it's designed to get people to comment on your shit. And this one says, what is the one thing that you would most love to rid the world of? If you could just rid the world of one thing, what would it be? And I always comment the exact same thing. If I could rid the world of one thing, I would rid the world of the idea that there's anything to rid the world of. Anything you're fighting against is really fighting against yourself. Listen, if the light emerges from what we were calling darkness, is there any chance the light is in a battle with it? I'm going to win, you fucker. I'm going to get brighter and brighter, and you're just going to get darker and darker in contrast. There's no way to fight, no way to win. You're welcome, Linda. Thank you for your appreciation. People get into politics. Next thing you know, they're at war. Politics needs war or it doesn't continue. All right. So I feel closing, and I was like, I could just close this by just going, okay, bye, everybody. I don't, there's not like a final point. The final point is to get past all the points. However, I do have something that can be illuminating in the realm of people. Okay, here we go. Right on time. Hi, Deborah. Aloha. How about hundreds of thousands of kids being rescued from the underground pedophilic satanic elite? Okay. What a phenomenal question. Linda says, go. Oh, shit. What you going to say about that? You thought you were going to wrap it up, didn't you, Brian? What about the pedophilia? Nah. All right. So yesterday, let me make a note for myself because I want to make sure that I end with this. What the hell was it? Oh, yeah. All right. Now I will remember for sure to do this. So I was talking yesterday. I did a one-on-one session with a guy, wonderful guy. Love this guy. We're friends, buddies. He's been a client of mine for probably 8 months or so, I guess. And he's just going deeper and deeper and deeper in his power. His relationships are all healing. His health is improving. His joy is expanding. His connection with his daughter, like everything in his life is changing. And we were talking yesterday and he said, it's just hard to forgive. And I brought up, I'm on a panel, a summit that's coming out very soon of women emerging. This lovely lady named Misa who's doing this Women Emerging Summit. And she reached out to me and I said, somebody referred me to her. And I said, Misa, I don't think you want me. I don't think you want me on your show because I'm I'm not controversial, but a lot of people find what I say controversial. I don't believe that there's any such thing as a victim. And she said, I love that. That's what we're looking for. I welcome that. A lot of the people here will be, a lot of the teachers will, and they're going to be, working in that paradigm. Tell me, let's talk about this. And I said, well, if I had to sum it up, and it's not necessarily the simplest, easiest thing to sum up. Anybody listening? Anybody breathing? Anybody curious? Talking about the end of the war between darkness and light. I said, I personally see this image that infinite, unlimited being of love and joy and peace in eternal grace, eternal innocence, eternal perfection beyond our imagination, in a state of infinite, eternal grace, eternal, unchanging. There's no movement because there's no space. There's no change because there's no time. An infinite, unlimited being says, I'm going to project and have an experience. I mean, I love eternal bliss forever and ever and ever, but I can't fucking do anything. I can't go nowhere because there's no space. I can't do nothing. Can't have any change because there's no time. There's no possibility of having any experience whatsoever. Hi, Fiona, you're right on time. Can't have any experience, and I want to have some experience. So daggone it, I'm going to create a universe, and I'm going to dive into it, and then I'm going to make myself seem that I'm limited so that I can have an experience. Okay, this is going to be great. Let me get ready here. All right, I'm going to make a universe. I'm going to project, but I'm going to need time. Like something seemed like, and I'm going to need space. Okay, this got it. And then I'm going to, well, fuck, I can't do this. I can't make a universe. There's nothing to make a universe out of. Wait. I'll make it out of myself. So it leans forward so to speak, and it looks and it sees this opening. Ooh, I'll create time and space and I'll dive in. And then, okay, so there's going to be stars and planets and all this stuff. Okay, I'll make it out of myself, and I'm going to have to split myself into an infinite number of seeming separate point of views that I can't remember that I'm the infinite one, or the game will be over. It's got to be limited so there can be experience. Wait a minute. Where there's no limitation, there can be no experience. I want to have experience. I got to have limitation. Oh, this is profound. Okay. So I'm going to narrow it down, and I'll be a woman. Okay. I'll be a woman out of the polarity of masculine and feminine. I'll be feminine, and I'm going to be the queen of a planet. Holy shit. That'll be amazing. And then they'll bring me all the good food, and I'll have like the perfect lover, and my life will be totally amazing. It is not just like a role in a play. It is a role in a fucking play. Only you're the stage and every actor and the audience. You're the planets and the stars that it happens on, but you have to forget that you're all of that. Okay, so I'm gonna go. Wait, no, fuck it. I don't want to be the queen of a planet. I'm gonna be the queen of a galaxy. This will be amazing, and I'm gonna live. Let's see, I'll live 25,000 years in perfect health, and then I can do this an infinite number of times, so it doesn't really matter. But let me just I'm gonna get it right. Okay, so I'm gonna live 25,000 years. I'm gonna die my last day of my life. I'm gonna die in the biggest orgasm of my life, 25,000 years old in total bliss. And then I wake up and I remember, and it was all a dream. And oh my god, okay, so I'm gonna do this. Here I go. I'm getting ready. And as I got ready to do it, door number 2 showed up. In that moment of hesitation, door number 2. Ooh, wait. Okay. Stars and planets. I got all that. So, this is on one planet. Oh, planet Earth. And there's, let's see, 1993, Africa, AIDS, malaria. I get born into a mom who died when giving birth to me. I'm in a village where almost everyone's died from starvation and disease, AIDS and malaria. And I'll basically fall out of her onto the table. And it's hot, there's no air conditioning, and there's no adults around. They're all dying, dropping like flies. And so I get to lay there for 8 hours, dying, drying out in the sun. Wow. I don't know which one to pick. Like, I get to live 25,000 years as the empress of the galaxy, or I get to live for 8 hours as a starving. Fuck, I just want to have experience. This is about experience. Neither one's not better. Neither one is wrong. Neither one is bad. Neither one is good. From the perspective of infinite, unlimited, eternal isness, neither of those experiences is more or less preferable or good or bad. Only in the judgment of a mind that's been programmed is it good or bad. So you're just going in for experience. And while you're in that moment of choosing, fuck, let me flip a coin. Oh, there's no coins. I got to make time and space to make a fucking coin to flip. Okay, whoa, suddenly door number 3 opens up. Oh my God, door number 3. Oh, fuck it. Okay, you know what? If I don't pick a door, I'm just going to be here forever, still stuck in eternal possibilities. You know what? I picked door number 3, and I'm born to this illusion of parents and culture and things that seem to pre-exist me, things that seem like they were here before me, and I lose all memory. And here I am. I live them all at the same time and place. There's no past and no future, but that's too much for our minds. So let's just think about being all people at once. It's all experience. And here I am having this experience. And so Misa, this is how I see it. And so when I get sexually molested at age 5, I chose it. Not Brian, the infinite, unlimited one who set all those wheels in motion, because I am the one who raped. I'm the one who got raped. I'm the one who sits in their chair 30 miles away and sees it on the news 5 hours after it's revealed. I'm the chair they're sitting on. I'm every voice in everyone, speaking and seeing and doing and experiencing everything. And when I notice the things I don't prefer, I get to choose again, unless I'm judging them and in opposition to them. So whereas people all around the planet are gathering in celebrations of victimhood to rise up and kill the bad ones, there's that battle of light and dark. But if I'm everybody, then trying to fight someone or trying to correct someone or trying to kill the bad guys or judging that they are bad keeps the war forever running? Brian, certainly you're not condoning child rape. I didn't condone a damn thing. Robert says those are tough pills to swallow. Only when we believe that they're pills and that we have to swallow them. I know exactly what you mean. And I know that there was a time in this body, in this life, when if someone had said this to me, I might not have been able to understand it, let alone like, oh. But when I experience the possibility that I am the source, not everybody on this planet is ready to hear, like I swim in circles of fishes where everybody's talking about how we're all one, everything is energy and everything else. But sometimes when you swim only with fish who talk about how all is one, everything is energy, forget that 70-80% of the people on the planet ain't ever heard those sentences and would fucking kill you if you tried to take away their victim story. And just between you and me, so far, I'll tell you, 99.9999999% of the people I know who are talking about how everything is energy are still judging everything and contributing to the battle between light and dark. And Deborah just who asked the thing about the satanic pedophilia, how fucked up we are. Well, maybe not. Maybe we're not fucked at all. Maybe we're just confused. So my question, could you love and seek to understand the pedophile? Could you seek to love and understand the pedophile enough to accept the possibility that it's all inside of you? All of it, the whole show, the whole shebang. And now, what I was going to wrap up with a little bit ago, I'm gonna wrap up with now. I dig it. Robert just said, I just imagine 99% of people I know hearing this message, many beliefs being challenged, they probably want to crucify my ass. Entirely possible. Some of them might. I love them anyway. So now, I will offer you something. Let's do this as an experience, okay? I want you to close your eyes, if you will. Anybody here? I got 50 people on live on a Friday evening on this side of the planet. Anybody here willing to take a step towards undoing the battle between darkness and light? Anybody interested in actually right now undoing some of it in yourself right now? While you're answering, would you accept the possibility that if you were to undo that in yourself, you might unplug the pedophilia pump? You might unplug the adrenochrome addiction in our brothers and sisters who are ourselves. Wow, that's a lot of yeses for a few people on with me live. So I will offer and suggest this. I'm going to offer and suggest that you close your eyes for a minute. You don't have to. And I want you to picture the most evil motherfucker that you can think of. The most obviously black-hearted, dark, evil, perverted monster. For some of you, it's Donald Trump. For some of you, it's the Iranian general that got killed a little while back. For some of you, it's Hitler. For some of you, it's your mama. For a lot of you right now, it's Bill Gates. Picture the most black-hearted, evil motherfucker, murderous, rapist, pedophiliac, beyond, 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 beyond. And then, if you will, see them and follow along with me for just a moment. If I were born to, I'm going to say him, okay? Forgive me. I'm going to say him. If you got a her or a there, a the, you go with it. If I were born to his parents during the astrological star planet alignment that he was born, if I was born into the violence and the viciousness and the greed and the fear and the selfishness and the punishment and the abuse and the programming that he went through, if I went through the abuse in the womb under his mother's emotions, let alone the screaming of the father, that time the father punched the mother right in the stomach and hit that little baby right in the head, and he learned this place is not safe. It's a madhouse. If I was in that situation, and then I was born into that home, and I was raised with the abuse and the cruelty, the judgment, the ridicule, the punishment. Elbow touched the dinner table and got shamed and humiliated and popped with the hard end of a butter knife on the sensitive bone of his elbow. Can't do anything right. Screamed at, scolded, punished, beaten, maybe raped, maybe shamed sexually. Then when he was learning that he had a penis, and one day he was 5 years old and he was touching it, and someone walked in and scalded him with water. I don't know what he went through, but here's what I'm saying. If I was born in the situation that he was born in, and I was raised in the situation he was raised in, and I learned to be true what he learned to be true, and if I felt everything he felt, and if I was repressing every feeling that he's repressing, and if I found myself in the circumstances that he found himself in, I would have done what he did. It's as if he is me, born into that home and raised in that set of circumstances. Wait, is it like that? Or is it that? I mean, aren't I him, but born under my astrological signs and times to my parents in my home, programmed under those rules? And isn't everybody me, born under their star sign, programmed to believe what they believe, having gone through what they've gone, avoiding the emotions they're avoiding, having suffered the humiliations and the abuses and the embarrassments? So if I were born where they were born, if I lived the life they live, and if I learned what they learned, and I felt what they felt, and I found myself in the situation they found themselves in, I would have done what they did. So that means that my judgment is only always aimed at myself. Maybe they partly did what they did to escape from my judgment. Maybe they partly did what they did to reveal to me my judgment. that I wouldn't have been aware of had they not done that to show me that I believe that that's possible. So I forgive myself and I forgive everybody else. And should they come after me to kill me, I'm going to do everything in my power to stay alive if that's what I feel. And if I should die at their hands, I'm going to make sure that my last action is to look in their eyes and say, I love you, I forgive you. I choose peace, personally. I forgive myself. I forgive everyone else. What does it profit me to carry a grudge and join the outrage train? I'm creating the war. Every time I think or speak that judgmental thought, what if I remembered that the person that I think is hurtful is just hurting? Well, wait a minute. That would mean that there's only one person in the entire universe who can end the war between light and dark. There's only one. There's only one. Padapsh. All right. I'll consider that a wrap. Those of you who feel inspired to share this, please do. You got any value out of this, please make sure that you click the thumbs, the hearts, the smiley face. You can click the outrage face. That's fine too. The angry face, the tears. Just if you get any value out of these lives, if you will comment, hit the thumbs, the hearts, the faces. Those interaction steps, each one of them tells Facebook, oh, we're digging this shit. Put it in front of more people. I love you too. You are perfect. You were always perfect. You've never done anything wrong. You were doing your best the whole time, showing me what I believed. I forgive you. I forgive me. Love you, Hamilton. Love you, Linda. Love you, Kimberly. Love you, Kim. Love you, April. You're welcome. Love you, Leanne. Spread the word. Spread the love. See you soon.